So you decided to become a Santa Muerte devotee. And let's be under the assumption that you've already done your research. You've gained different perspective from different people at various stages in their devotion with La Santisima. And are you ready to get started? So what should we do? Now, of course, you want to indeed make sure that you have learned like what her different robe colors are, her different aspects, like if she's pregnant, if she's standing, and then her iconography, what is on her statues, what does the globe mean, what does her owl mean, who is her owl. You know, she's a cutie patootie. First things first, we want to ensure that we select the proper area for an altar space, because not every deity requires and different practices and different things and different magics and different stuff. Not everything requires an altar, but eventually you will have one for La Santi. We always end up at the altar. Now, everyone's altar can be completely different from the others. Remember, Santa Muerte is a folk being, divinity of sorts. And we must keep in mind that she does not share her altar space. So let's say even if you are in a room, wherever you put her, just her things, her statues, her offerings, her things. Doesn't mean that you can't have anybody else in the room or whatever, but her space is her own. And it is highly recommended, okay, by various people, including myself, to keep your practices separate. I don't care how similar they are. Just saying. Keep them separate, avoid the problem. It'll be better for you in the long run. Now, typically she just prefer to be by the window, but if you don't have that, that's okay. Some altars can be really big, some can be really small, some will only have pictures, others will have pictures and statues and many a plenty of things. So do not compare your spaces. You can use it as a reference, even get inspired, but don't compare and contrast. There's that saying that comparing steals joy. So now, we don't want to put La Santisima on the floor. She's not like other beings and other practices. Like, for instance, Santa Marta la Dominadora is a perfect example. She's always on the floor. Santa Muerte never is on the floor. Unless it's like the really big statues where they are like, you know, but even then it usually has like a platform and she's on top of things and her feet are never on the ground. When I tell you she be floating around, she just float around. Usually on a table, a bookcase, some sort of elevated structure, and then all her things. Sometimes people put her on tables, bookcases, what. So she encourages us to get resourceful and get creative. Use what you have. Use your space adequately and don't overexert yourself or do too much. Do the best you can, but don't be like going out of your way where now you're feeling like whatever because you did this, and now your pockets is hurt. Use what you have and let her and your relationship between you and her and the things you do with her be the ones to provide you everything else, because it will eventually grow. If you start off with pictures, you'll have a statue. If you have statue, you have statues. It always grows. With Santisima, growth is always impeded, especially with deaf deities or deities associated with the dead, the other side. You are going to get encouraged to transform your thoughts, your opinions, and things in regards to yourself and the world around. Even your perception and your relationship and everything you think of them. All right, so now we know where we're going to put her and her. We have assigned a designated area and altar space for her and us to connect with her. Now, whenever you have any image or iconography or statues of La Santisima, we always encourage to make sure you are consecrating them. You want to make sure it is el Espíritu de la Santísima and not nobody else, nothing else. There are trickster spirits, there are other things, so just rather safe than you would invoke her. And this happens especially in particular with the consecration process. Now, I made an ebook, so you can go check that out, but there's also tons of free resources available all over the internet and all social media so that you can also proceed with. Now, there are plenty ways you can set up an altar and plenty things you can use. Let me show you what this. Now, they got the 3 to 6 inch Santa Muerte statue and altar kit. There is no note, so they didn't specify if there was any specific color of robe or her robe colors that they prefer, or if you already have said color. So I could also be under the assumption that they're just starting off and they chose me to help them. And you could never go wrong with La Santisima in her white robe. And I chose her not only because she is perfect for various intentions and things that we may be working on and asking for her assistance in. But I also happen to have 2 of these, and this one's actually a little bit bigger than what you would normally get in the 3 to 6 inch Santa Muerte statue altar kit, but I'm putting her. Benefits of having your own business, you make executive decisions. We love La Niña Blanca here. Now, of course, her glass for any offerings, in particular her water or her liquids. So first things first, make sure you have all the things you need to put her offerings in, especially her water, because she needs to have her glass of water. That's why I put with every statue in case you didn't have. Now, the incense cannot miss, as La Santisima does enjoy and love incense as offering. You can also use it to cleanse her statues and cleanse her space. Get it prepared so you can put her. We're gonna come in with the Florida water. You can get this stuff and use it. Works as well. You can also get the real stuff that's like made from an espiritista, someone like me, or like-minded individuals who make homemade Florida water. Either way, Florida water. Next, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna get a Santa Muerte oil. Call it La Santisima here, as well as the perfume, and one with the robe and the dropper. Ooh. We're going to come right down here and we're going to grab one of these Santa Muerte spiritual waters. And I'm going to go with Against Evil. I love this for cleansing and stuff, especially because you just never know. It'd be the most oddest, even intentionally, unintentionally, people be sending all types of stuff your way. So, we're going to do this. Now we're grabbing a spiritual baño. On with the baño, el sol. We're going to grab one of these aromatic bush baths. We're going to go with the Abre Camino. I do quite enjoy these herbs because they're kind of versatile. If you choose not to use it in an aromatic bush bath, you can use it to dress your candles, make a cinnamon pie. You can burn the herb. Once again, get creative. Now, of course, the candles cannot miss. The altar kits come with a bunch of candles. I put like every color. Now, for warding and protecting, we're going to put in some cascarilla and camphor. This stuff you can burn. This you can use basically like as chalk. Put it on yourself or like walls and do sigils. However, if you do choose to burn this, there's a lot of benefits to it, but just always use fire safety with any of these. And while we're on it, we're going to add in some copal, one of Santisima's favorite resin incense. The inner child goodie cannot miss. She loves siete machos, so we're going to add this as the perfumito. Mind you, you can use all these together, separately. You can use it on her to consecrate her and her space, her altar space. You can use it on yourself. Just always be mindful of any allergies. Now, y'all know I'm always reminding y'all to ensure that you are divinating. When in doubt, just ask. And one of the easiest divination tools to use is a pendulum. And this one is rose quartz. Them in all the altar kit. And the crystal I'm going to put in is this beautiful howlite. And it's in the form of a candy. If you don't know, Santisima actually really enjoys candy. A lot of the dead do. And deaf deities do enjoy sweet. For the bracelet, we are going in with this Santisima bracelet. Look how beautiful. And of course, more protect. And the snake shell pendant, of course, also cannot miss. These do glow in the dark. Look how beautiful and shiny. Like, y'all see how everything just goes really well together? Energetic. Inner child goodie bag full with the thickest candy and intuitively pick cards because every order has a read. Dry herb and flower crystal mix. Santa Muerte money, honey. And these also go with every statue. Zeros over gold. Ancestor money. A journal and pen for you to write in all your stuff. And some Lisa Frank. I'm wondering if they're having to work on self-love too, because there was a lot of tones of pink. Whether they like pink or not, there's a lot of tones of pink, which can remind me of self-love, working on connecting to thyself. The white always being for healing. Y'all, this came out so juicy. I hope they're ready. May Mami Linda continue to protect, heal, love, and bless you with an abundance of awesomeness. I love you, awesomeness! And you already know we added little things for El Día de San Valentín, El Día del Amor y la Amistad. Okay. Nah, and look how beautiful Santisima is all wrapped up. Bye!